Welcome back to my channel. Happy Halloween. I hope everyone's scared today. I like to dress up as a vampire, but really today I'm going to be kind of three things. I'm going to be a vampire, I'm going to be a zombie, and I'm going to be a devil. So today I have big plans. I'm going to make a brain cake. I already baked up the cake yesterday. So all I have to do is cut it up today, make the frosting, and hopefully it turns out like a brain. And I also want to make a pumpkin cake. Now this cake, I have been thinking about this shit for years. Like years I've always wanted to do this. It's going to be chocolate with peanut butter frosting and it's going to look like a pumpkin. I'm going to dye it orange and hopefully it fucking comes out good. And if not, fuck it, it's Halloween. I don't give a fuck. Fuck it. Anyways, let's get started. So I'll see you guys with the brain cake. Okay, so see I have my cake here. And then my frosting. It's like pink, kind of like a brain. And I'm just going to put a little bit here so my cake sticks. And then I'm going to... And I did taste the cake. It tasted amazing. Oh gosh. So I'm just going to... This is kind of a big-ass cake. Put it right here. And then I'm going to label this bad boy. Frost it. And then stack the other one. Okay, guys, I'm like starting to carve the brain. I'm just like slowly cutting as little as I can because they say it's easier to keep cutting off than add to it. So it's kind of starting to look like a brain. We're just gonna be eating brains tonight. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep carving and then I'll see you guys when it's like looking like a brain, I guess. Okay, it's looking like the shape that I want it to look like. So now I'm just gonna do something called crumb cut and chill, which is just like I'm gonna put a really thin layer of frosting like this, so all the crumbs get stuck and glued to the cake, so I don't have crumbs flying left and right. So, and then this is where I can see like the real shape of the cake and be like, okay, I want to cut a little bit more here, I want to cut a little bit more there. And I'm not an expert. This is the first time I have ever done, well, no, one time I made this fucking terrible cake. It was funny. It was supposed to be a llama, but eesh, the head was all squished down. So I guess this is the second time I'm kind of making like a cake that looks like something else, like how to cake it or whatever. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that show. Nailed it? Yeah, I didn't nail it. So this should be easier. It's just the brain. We're gonna see how it comes out. I put some of the frosting in this piping bag here, and I'm just gonna like pipe the swirls like a brain, you know? So we'll see how it works out. I think I want to make it more round actually. Okay, this is the part where I'm just gonna wing it. So I'm supposed to do like okay, so that's what I did. I just did like swirls, and I'm just gonna swirl the rest. See if it looks good, and if not, then fuck it. Alright, folk, here's the brain. So it looks like a brain, huh? So I'm just gonna stick this back in the fridge, and then when it comes out, I'm gonna put some of this here fake delicious blood that I made. Disgusting. I'm just gonna make it look all bloody and gross. Alright, here's the brain. Pinky in the brain, yo. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Does it look like a disgusting brain? Or to cut it open and see what it looks like. But I think it looks pretty good. I don't know. What do you guys think? Okay, moving on. It's time to do the pumpkin cake. So I'm going to clean up this big fat mess here. And let's move on to the pumpkin cake, which I'm really fucking nervous, you guys. I'm just going to frost a little bit right here, so my cake sticks to the board. And then I'm just gonna stack all these bad boys and frost them up on the inside. So, I don't know. There's such thing as called leveling the cake. I don't think I'm gonna do that. Or I'm gonna put this one here. This one looks smaller. So I'm gonna put the small one on the bottom because it's gonna round out like this. I made 2.5 times the recipe because I wanted my cake to be tall. But really, this is a lot of cake. I got this like fantasy in my head. So yeah, I'm just gonna stack these bad boys and frost it. I'm gonna frost the layers and then stack it, and I'm gonna start cutting. Okay, so I did decide to level this bad boy. That way all my, when you cut into the cake, every single layer is the same layer. So I'm just gonna plop up some of this orange frosting. It's peanut butter frosting that I dyed orange. And then this is called an offset spatula. And then you just kind of go to the ends of it. I want it to have enough frosting, but not like crazy amount. But I don't know about you guys. I like frosting. I like my frosting. Let me be more specific. Because I make mine with butter and cream cheese. So it, like, the cream cheese cuts the too much butter in it. Like, buttercream frosting is just too sweet for me. So I put cream cheese in it and it evens it out, and you don't even taste the cream cheese. Trust. So see? Did that shit there? Then I'm gonna put this layer of cake. Oh, I fucked up. Oh, I thought I got stuck. So put this next layer of cake on top. Boom, and then I'm just gonna keep going, for real, like I said. Okay, I got the cake stacked up nicely, and I did put a hump on top, because I know I want it to be a little bit taller, so now I'm just gonna strategically try my best to cut this into like a fucking circle, man. And remember what I said, like, it's better to just like cut a little bit at a time. So I'm gonna save all my cake scraps, there's no wasting on this channel. Put them in the freezer and, you know, save it for a rainy day. I wish I had a better knife, but this is all I got. So I'm just gonna like chop it up. And then turn it into a circle, man. I mean, this is gonna be hard. Especially with this janky knife. What you really need is a carving knife, like how you used to cut bread. That's what I need, but I don't have that. Okay guys, here's the circle, whatever. Now I'm just gonna crumb coat and chill this too. You know, I'm just gonna put like a really thin layer of frosting here. That way I trap all the crumbs, remember, like with the brain cake. And then I'm gonna start carving it again. You know, like the little grooves that a pumpkin has. So it looks like a pumpkin. All right, people, here is the crumb coats. So when you're doing this, try to get crumbs in your actual good frosting, because then when you frost it when you do it to frost again, you're gonna have crumbs all over that shit. So I'm just gonna stick this in the freezer. Okay, back to the piece that I'm really excited about. So I just stuck it in the freezer for, I don't know, 10 minutes. So it gets a little hard, see? It's like kind of hard. And I'm just gonna like carve up in there. So let me see. Let me try to carve some shit. I should look at a picture of a pumpkin, but I'm not. I'm just like fucking winging it. I'm gonna cut like a little divot up here for like the stem, you know? So I'm just gonna, just like that. Save that shit for later. Okay, and then I'm just gonna like, I guess I'm just gonna draw like a line like this. I think I'll just draw like lines and then carve from there. So it don't gotta be perfect, because in the end it's gonna be covered up with frosting anyways. So I'm just gonna, I mean, try my best to do this, but this knife is not the best. You gotta have some good tools if you wanna make some good shit. But at the same time, you work with what you got. What the fuck is going on with this hair? Okay, so no, it's not perfect, but I think I'm gonna crumb coat it again and then stick it back in the freezer and then see what it's looking like so I can start carving it or start frosting the whole thing again. Okay, so I figure I can move so you guys can see what I'm doing here. I'm just slowly but surely covering up this whole crummy mess. Because I don't want the final product to be like all these specks of black. That's why you gotta crumb coat the bitch. And then you freeze it for like 10 minutes and all the crumbs are stuck to it. So when you frost it again, all it is gonna be orange. At least that's what I'm hoping. Never done a pumpkin before. So I'm almost done here. I'm just gonna keep going. See right here. I'm gonna have to chop that off right there. I'm just gonna keep going as best as I can and then I'm gonna freeze it. Alright, so pulled the cake out of the freezer. This is what it's looking like. It's pretty hard, so this is kind of the scary part, you guys. You have to frost this without getting any crumbs all up on the frosting. Okay, so I'm just gonna slowly, I'm just gonna do it really slowly. Cover this whole thing up with the frosting. And then I'm gonna stick it back in the freezer. And then we'll see what it looks like. Ooh, it doesn't look too bad. Look at that. Oof, crumbs. Okay, so I've been slowly adding the frosting like this, you know? And then just like running it up like that and then down to make it smooth. And I just do like a little bit of frosting at a time like this, see? I just like do a little bit. I don't know, maybe you guys are interested in making your own pumpkin and just showing you how I did it. As an amateur, I've never done this before, so bing bang boom, try it out. Okay, folks, here is my pumpkin cake. I seen online you just take a paper towel like this and I'm just gonna like place it carefully over it and just like smooth out the frosting. It's not really working. I think I put it in the freezer for too long, but it's just like I'm gonna try to make the lines as smooth as I can because they're like pretty rough. So, and then at the same time, I don't even have a stem. So, I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the stem. Welcome back. So, I put the cakes in the freezer, and it's actually time to go to the gym, and still got like residual blood on my face. Whatever, man. It's a good thing I don't give a fuck. So let's go do some pull-ups, man. It's back day. Guys, there's nobody dressed up at the gym. I'm the only fucking devil here. Nobody wanted to dress up. Every time I do this, I always be thinking about Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. You guys, that was a killer day. I wasn't even able to do deadlifts because my hip hurts. Gotta go back to the chiropractor. Anyways, I was the only devil in there. Like, fuck. All right, let's go home, man. This is the final product. So for the stump, I just mixed the chocolate cake with the orange frosting. So that was it. And then the brain looks like a brain, huh?
It's a brain.
It's a brain. It's gonna be a fat slice, and we'll just kind of cut this slice in half. Oh my goodness. Boom! Look at that. Look at them layers though.
Ooh,
Holy
sharp layers.
shit, that looks good. Alright. Alright guys, as you guys saw, here's the cake. We cut this shit in half. But realistically, I'm gonna be eating cake all night. Okay, I'm gonna try not to. But it looks fucking good. Mmm. I mean, I don't know, is this better than donuts?
No. No. Damn good, but no.
That's fucking, oh my god. Yeah.
Nice job.
Alright guys, we're cutting into the disgusting brain. Because I'm fucking Jeffrey Dahmer. Ooh-wee. You want the same similar size?
Mm-hmm.
Look how cute though it looks. Doesn't it look cute, guys? Yeah. This brain cake is just white cake, but I dyed it pink, so it looks like a brain. It is brain cake. Welcome back, killers. I'm a zombie. So I got the seance going. I just want to show you guys some of this artwork. So, list out the vampire, a couple of trees here. Just where I have all the trees, and so I'm having like just a little small dinner party with my friends. So we're gonna be eating some cake, some brain cake, and yeah, it's gonna be fun.